I'm still alive, and that is the 256th time I've said that phrase to open up a video. And that means that there is a lot of things I've made videos about. And yesterday, as I was trying to think of something to make my video about, on 3 separate occasions I thought of something and then realized I'd already covered it. And that made me think, have I made a video about everything? Or perhaps more importantly, in nearly 260 videos, have I discussed something beginning with every single letter of the alphabet? Statistically, I feel like the answer is yes, but X and Z are gonna be pretty hard. Also, one quick thing before we get started. I was so proud of thinking of this idea, and then I remembered that like 11 days ago, John Green made a video about the ABCs of what Hank had done. So yeah, I guess that goes to show that if there is something I haven't talked about, the Vlogbrothers who inspired this channel probably have. Alright, now without further ado, let's learn the ABCs with Brothers Murphy. Or I guess it would just be learn the ABCs with Scott from the Brothers Murphy. Oh wait, this is all more ado, dang it. Starting off here, A is for appendectomy. I think only one of our viewers has been around long enough to remember this one, but basically a couple months into this channel, I had to have emergency surgery because I got appendicitis. I had to go and get my appendix removed like the day before Halloween. However, that did not stop me from making a quick video while in my bed saying, I'm still alive. I also made that the title, and then the video got like 500 views and I kind of panicked and quickly changed it because I did not want people to think that something more serious had happened to me. B is for being sick review. This one's a lot simpler. Basically, if I get sick and I need to make a video within that time, I'll make a being sick review. I've done this 4 times now. However, I have gotten sick more than 4 times in the past 2.5 years. I just haven't always needed to make a video. C is for Crash Course. I mentioned this already, but our channel is inspired by the Vlogbrothers, who also made Crash Course. So to celebrate our channel's 1-year anniversary, I made a Crash Course episode on the history of Brothers Murphy. And to this day, I don't know if anyone's noticed that the opening was pretty much a shot-for-shot remake of the very first episode of Crash Course US history. D is for Disneyland. I mean, what else is there to say? It had to be this. I turned 18 in Disneyland. I've made videos about my favorite rides I'm too scared to go on, and I even made a video about Disneyland 2 days ago. Probably the easiest pick on the list. E is for essay. This is about that time one of our viewers, Sean Rad, wrote and submitted an essay about our channel for his high school English class. I still cannot believe this one happened. F is for Frozen World. This is a book that I wrote when I was 12, and it is terrible. I made a video talking about it, and then I was pressured into making a video of myself reading through the first third of it. And to this day, our very first subscriber, Mr. Funiverse, tries to get me to release more of it. And I am sure if he watches this video, he will leave a comment about that. G is for graduation. Put simply, I made a video about that time I got to speak at my community college's graduation, and also revealed that I was the school's mascot live on stage. H is for Halloween. I've talked about Halloween a few times, and I even did an ARG to celebrate it earlier this year. But it all started a little while back when I talked about my love-hate relationship with this holiday, which is still true to this day. I is for immortality and its moral implications. I am not kidding, I know this is a crazy one. And even crazier is that this is the topic of my 3rd ever video. My brother sent me a video of this song that this guy called Value Select made about how humans were too late to explore the Earth and too early to explore the stars. So then I discussed how I sort of disagreed with this comedy song, and it is very possible that within our lifetime there will be advancements in technology that would allow us to live longer. Yeah, I know, it's great stuff for a 16-year-old to tackle. J is for Jeopardy. One of my many very niche interests. This is something that I randomly got into like a year and a half ago. This kind of spiraled a little bit, and it all culminated in the most hours I've ever put into a video when I made a video essay about the battle for the winningest contestant in American game show history. It is not a perfect video, but I am proud of it. And I'm disguising this one as being about Jeopardy and not just how cool Ken Jennings is. K is for Kahoot. Believe it or not, I've made not 1, but 2 videos about this popular game used in classrooms for review. But yeah, I love Kahoot even though it stresses me out, and this is all spurred on by the fact that we played Kahoot in my accounting class like 2 years ago. L is for Linguini from Ratatouille. Oh gosh, this one needs some explaining. So my most viewed video ever is about our family's yearly game of Monopoly and how I lost it. And yes, if you're wondering, I have also lost in the 2 years since that video. But the top comment on this 2,300 view video is a guy saying that I look like Linguini from Ratatouille, which I don't see at all. However, about 30 people agreed with him, so I was like, okay, whatever. But then one of our most consistent viewers, TJ, made a video about this, and that one also got like 2,200 views. Apparently, thinking I look like Linguini from Ratatouille is a gold mine of content. But yeah, I've talked about this plenty of times on the channel before, and it's become a community joke at this point. M is for Medieval Times. And this is my old workplace. I worked there for 20 months between December 2023 and July 2025. Overall, this was a great experience, and I got to make a video before and after my first day and before and after my last day, although I technically did not reveal where I worked until I only had like a month left. N is for National Treasure. I considered making this one about my brother Nate, who is the other half of the Brothers Murphy, but I think this 2004 movie about stealing the Declaration of Independence is more important. See, I called this my favorite movie in the title, and I don't know if that's really true. It would probably be The Princess Bride, but it is a movie I really enjoy. O is for Octopus's Backyard. And this actually isn't my channel. It's run by 8 octuplets who bear a striking resemblance to me and happen to have recorded all of their videos in a room that looks very similar to my college dorm room. P is for Puppet Show videos. And this one technically originates on my first ever For YouTube channel when I was 13 and I made puppet show videos. My brother and I watched through some of these in our first reunion video, and man, they are interesting. Q is for Q&A video. So one day I needed a video and couldn't spend a ton of time on it, so I made a 17-second clip of me saying that I would answer any questions that the viewers had for me. I put it in the title, and in the video I called it a 400 subscriber Q&A. And honestly, it was a bit of a cop-out because I replied to all comments anyway. However, it did lead to 250 random people deciding to ask me questions, which is probably the highest views to comments ratio I've ever seen because the video got just under 1,200 views, which means 1 in 5 people left a comment, which is absolutely insane. And yes, I did reply to all of them, and I still will to this day. However, it did get overwhelming for a little bit there. R is for reviewing my subscribers' YouTube channels. And this is where a lot of our longtime viewers started watching. One day I decided to pick a couple subscribers from the comment section and review their channel in a video based on very arbitrary metrics. And the series sort of took off. It has a combined 3,500 views in only 6 videos. This series definitely changed our channel forever, and it sort of breathed new life into the community. And it got a lot of people probably watching right now to stay and hang out for a little while. S is for September. I could have made this one for Scott because, you know, that's my name, but that feels a bit narcissistic. So we're gonna go with my least favorite month of the year. This is one of the only totally negative videos I've ever posted on this channel because I really wanted to talk about how September is my least favorite month because, let's be honest, it's terrible. T is for tier list. I've made a couple of these, but probably the most memorable time was when my brother and I sat down to review our favorite book series, Ranger's Apprentice. That also became the longest video ever posted to this channel. I mean, unless you count my unlisted Minecraft speedrun, but I won't. U is for uploading every day. And I've done this twice, including now. Once over my last summer before starting college a few months ago, and right now for my last winter break before starting the Disney College program. And if you're thinking that this doesn't count as a topic I've made a video about, then you are wrong. I've made not one but 2 videos talking about daily uploading, not even including the announcements for each individual project. V is for Vlogbrothers. It just wouldn't feel right if we didn't include them. I've mentioned this a couple times already this video, but this channel was inspired by the Vlogbrothers Hank and John Green, who have been uploading to YouTube every single week since 2007, a few months before I was born. And there was also that time that I made a video in their style from 2007, aspect ratio and all. W is for Wild Kratts and Word Girl. Honestly, I had a lot of options for W, which I did not expect, but I decided to go with these shows. I made a video like a year ago talking about my favorite PBS shows, and yes, these both happen to start with a W. X is for Xandar. Didn't expect me to find something for this, did you? So yeah, this is a planet from Guardians of the Galaxy, and I talked about it in my Why I Don't Swear video. And it would take a surprisingly long amount of time to explain why these two are related, so go watch the original video to find out. I promise the fact that it is Xandar and from Guardians of the Galaxy is important. Y is for YouTube Playables. Do any of you play these? Some of them can be kind of fun. And yeah, not too long after this feature came out, I made a video playing a now removed one called Full Speed Racing. I found an exploit in the game where you could easily loop around and regain your racing time, and I like to believe that YouTube removed this playable game because of my video. And finally, Z is for Zoetrope. Honestly, this is the one I had the most trouble with. And then I remembered a video I made about Tropy McTropeface. So earlier this year, some new episodes of Phineas and Ferb released, and they've been incredible so far. And my favorite one was one that followed a gigantic zoetrope named Tropy McTropeface. And that officially gets me my final letter. And really, if I had not made that video, I would not have had something else to put for Z. I do doubt that anyone in our audience has watched all of these videos, although it is theoretically possible someone has. But before I go today, I just want to say genuinely thank you all for watching. It didn't really hit me how many videos I had made until I had to go back through and find 26 random ones from across this channel's history. I'll try to say more in my end of year wrap-up video, but it is great to be able to upload a video about literally anything in the world and have at least a few people watch it. So yeah, not to get too sentimental, but thanks for watching. And Nate, I'll see you tomorrow.